Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In my previous video, I went over how to buy and sell stocks on Vanguard's web platform. However, I'm sure there are people who want to know, how do I buy and sell individual stocks on Vanguard's mobile app? So in today's video, let's cover that. How do you buy and sell individual stocks or ETFs on Vanguard's mobile app? First thing I have to tell you is I would love to do this live. I would love to hook up my phone and show you how to do it on the spot. However, a complaint I have with Vanguard is that they include your personal information on literally every page. So my full name, my email, and my account number. It would be a serious hassle to blur all that out, so I did it with screenshots, but we can do this together. I can still get you there. So of course, the first thing you gotta do is you've gotta download the app, you have to create an account with Vanguard, and you have to fund that account. You must do all that before you can buy and sell stocks on their mobile app. But once you've done all that, this is what the interface looks like when you first log on. This is my feed. And I currently have two accounts with Vanguard. I have a Roth IRA with almost $10,000 in it, and then I have an ordinary brokerage account where I just put $3,200 on it this week. First thing you gotta do is click on the hamburger icon in the upper left-hand corner, and that will create a drop-down menu. You're then gonna wanna go down to Buy, Sell, and Exchange. From here, this is how you would also buy Vanguard mutual funds if that's what you're looking to do. If you click on Buy Vanguard mutual funds, all you have to do, I made a tutorial about how to buy Vanguard mutual funds, check that out. But on the mobile app, you would just select the account where the transaction is happening. 2, this is the name of the fund. So if you're trying to buy VTSAX, VTSAX, type that in. Where is it coming from? Well, it's coming from the settled money in your money market account. So that's where it's coming from. And then the amount. How much of one of Vanguard's mutual funds are you looking to purchase? But let's go back because we want to click on Buy ETFs and Stocks. First thing you have to do is select an account. I have my Roth IRA and then my ordinary brokerage account. So I would select my ordinary brokerage account. Total funds available, it's telling me 3,023. Now, if you already know the stock you want to buy, you would enter in the symbol. If you want to look at your current positions, what stocks do you already have? Click on Positions. I previously bought 1 share of Apple, AT&T, and US Bank just so I'd have something in here. And if you don't know the ticker symbol, just Google it. If I don't know what Bank of America's stock symbol is, I can Google it. But for Bank of America, it is BAC. And it gives you all of the basic trading information. And if you're not familiar with this, let's just cover it real quick. There is the bid price and the ask price. So buyers bid, people looking to buy bid, and sellers ask. I feel like those two words are kind of synonymous, but the buyers always want to get the lowest price. You want to pay the least amount of money for the stock you're looking to buy. And sellers are always asking for the higher price. They're trying to get as much money from you to sell their stocks, to get rid of them. And the difference between these two, the bid and the ask, is called the spread. And the spread for large cap stocks that are traded in really high volumes, it's always pretty narrow. So Bank of America is a frequently traded large cap stock, and the difference between the spread is only 1 penny. Not a big deal. However, if you try and trade small cap stocks, micro cap stocks, this spread starts to get bigger and bigger. It can actually be quite a lot. So you want to be careful when buying and selling small companies. For account type, I currently have a cash account. You can enable a margin account with Vanguard. You would do this if you want to do short selling, buying and selling options, or if you want to borrow against your equity with your broker in order to buy more equity. So in order to enable a margin account, you have to fill out an application with Vanguard. You also need to have $2,000 in the account, but they probably will approve you for a margin account. But if you're brand new to Vanguard, the default will be cash. What that means is you can only buy and sell securities that have already settled in your account. Settlement usually takes 2 days. So if you ever try and click on something and it says you don't have enough funds when you're pretty sure you do have the money, it's because the money hasn't taken the 48 hours to settle yet. For shares, you're going to want to enter in the quantity of how much you want to buy. If you're not sure, you can click on Dollars to Shares Calculator. and this will bring up an ability to punch in an amount. Let's say I want to buy $1,000 worth of Bank of America shares. On Vanguard, you just type in 1,000. It then calculates that you can buy roughly 42 shares. Why is Vanguard doing this? It's because they have not yet enabled the purchase of fractional shares. Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Robinhood, M1 Finance, everybody is moving towards enabling you to buy fractional shares of a stock. Vanguard hasn't gotten there yet. If you're watching this in the future, potentially they have introduced this new feature or function. I feel like it should be coming soon. Let's just go with one share, and then we're going to move on to order type. This is what always confuses new investors the most. You have 4 kinds of order types: market, limit, stop, and stop limit. Now, for a market order, you're saying, I want this to execute for the best price as soon as possible. So if you do this, you can go back to looking at what the spread is. So buyers are bidding 23.66, sellers are asking 23.67. If you do a market order, it's going to immediately fill it by going to the closest seller. In this instance, it would be $23.67. And when you execute a market order, it is always for that day. So under duration, it'll be for that day only. If it doesn't get filled, it'll be canceled. But let's pretend you want to switch the market order to a limit. Now, for a limit order, you have to enter a limit price. Now, what is a good limit price? Well, whatever you're willing to pay for it. But if you go significantly low, what all the other what the other buyers are offering. So all the other buyers trying to buy this stock right now are offering $23.66. If you go significantly lower than that, then they're basically in front of you in line, and you're not going to get your order filled. So if you want to have it execute pretty soon, then you got to get as close as you can to that $23.66 at a price that you're comfortable with. But let's go ahead and assume that you're fine with the low end of the spread and you just want to enter in the share price of $23.66. For duration, on the mobile app, you have 2 options: just this day while the markets are open, or good until canceled, and that would be a 60-day order. So if it doesn't, for whatever reason, get filled today, you can have this be active in your account, and it'll try and fill if the price ever matches up with the seller. It'll try and fill within 60 days. The button at the bottom left says all or nothing, and this is only for orders trying to fill of 100 shares or more. So if you're trying to buy 100 shares or sell 100 shares, you can say all or none, meaning you don't want to partially fill an order. Sometimes when you have a limit order for a certain price, it might only partially get filled as a limited number of sellers were willing to meet you at that price before the share price started moving again. So once again, if you're doing large transactions of more than 100 shares, you can select all or none to specify if you want it to go all at once or to just kind of trickle sale whenever it's available. If you scroll to the bottom, you're going to click continue. And then there is a review and submit page. Once again, just make sure that all the information is correct. Scroll to the bottom and click submit. And there you go. You just bought a stock on Vanguard's mobile app. To see that the order filled, you can go to your accounts page and then you can make sure that it's there. Once again, 1 share of Bank of America. If you swipe the screen to the left, it'll scroll over. And there is a shortcut to buying and selling stocks that you already have under Transact. So if you click on Transact, there's a pop-up for buy or sell. This is what will allow you to get back to the purchase menu to buy and sell stocks that are already on your account's detail page. The last important piece of information that I gotta tell you is that Vanguard, for whatever reason, doesn't allow you to reinvest dividends from the mobile app. During your review and submit period on Schwab, it asks you, do you want to reinvest dividends? It then purchases fractional shares if the dividend causes a buy of a fractional share. For whatever reason, Vanguard isn't letting me do that on the mobile app. So when you log on to the desktop version, in my other video I explain how to do this, but you're going to have to navigate to the dividends and capital gains page and then make sure that you always reinvest dividends and capital gains, if that's something that you actually want to happen. And there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up so the algorithm knows it's good. In addition, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I talk about finance and investing issues. And if you have any comments or questions, leave me one down below. I'll try to help if I can. And until the next video, take care.